Happy Sunday. So I want to show you guys something. I'm glad it happened. I've been kind of waiting for it to happen. So I want to show you guys what to do when you have a healthy plant that all of a sudden has aphids and you don't know why. This is a huge plant. I would consider it healthy. I cannot see because the sun is shining bright in my face. So I don't know what I'm recording, but listen to me very carefully. You have a very healthy plant in front of you that has been putting out chilies for 4 or 5 years straight. And this all of a sudden happens out of nowhere. Can you see that? Hold on. Let us focus. We are covered in aphids. Just all of a sudden out of the blue, we got aphids. All covering all these whole berries. I don't like touching them because then I get an aphid on me, and if I touch another plant, it's like contamination. This camera needs to focus. New phone, new camera. Okay, anyway, so my point is it's covered in aphids. This is what I do. I cut off all the branches all the way as far back as I can that are covered in aphids. The reason why you get aphids on something like this, like we don't have ant problem right now, but the aphids are here. Fall is coming, okay? It's a change in season. This plant is huge. I have aphids on, what do I have aphids? Oh, I have aphids on some flowers that need to be fed. And as soon as I feed that flower plant, the aphids will go away. So in this situation with this chili plant, you have aphids because it needs to be trimmed back. It's too big for its britches. It's huge. The branches are so big that they've come up and like through the bottom of the plant, they've grown up, and they're falling over like this. They're long. They're like felled over on each other. So this plant is going to produce a ton of chilies. A ton. Maybe half a ton, because I don't know how to weigh a ton in chilies, but it's going to produce a lot of chilies. And it will produce them faster and better and healthier and hotter and with the more chili. Like I like the essential oil that's in chilies. I really like the flavor of the chili. You could go to many places on the street and get chilies, but are they going to be flavorful? Yeah, okay, they'll be hot, but will they have that intense flavor with it, with the oil of the chili in it and all of that? That's what I have with this plant. I don't know what I'm going to do when I move. I got to figure out how to take it with me. But anyway, I know I don't have plans to move as of yet, but one day I will, right? So listen, all you got to do with this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go all the way around the hole. You see where the edge of the plant stops? I'm going to sprinkle, boom. I'll probably use 2 cups of fertilizer. I'm going to go and fertilize all underneath this. The roots have expanded far. It's 4 years old. And because of the location of where I put it, it doesn't freeze. Now when I get the chilies off the plant, I'm going to cut the whole plant back. It's going to be tiny again. Maybe tiny again. But you get rid of the aphids by feeding down here, watering very well, and then you cut off the branches where the aphids are. So I'm going to cut this whole branch here, all this one that's covered all the way back as far as I can. These branches here are sticking out, and they're very far in between like branches where there's a lot of space in between here. They're not getting a lot of sun. I'm going to cut those out. I'm going to sacrifice a few chilies for the mass majority of chilies. And you see, like over here, I don't know if you can see because of the way the light is, but there's a ton of overhang, you know. It's just like this branch has fallen over on itself. Oh, see, and I just broke one. But you see how long that is? That's not a necessity. You don't need to have it like that. I have it like that because I haven't trimmed the chili plant. But I'm going to take those chilies. These chilies are amazing, by the way. They're so good. This plant has done so well. I put it in the perfect spot so it doesn't die from frost. So that's all you do. And you know, like a few places, like this is kind of, like this is wilting because it died, it broke, it got bent somehow. Maybe one of the kids did it. Oh, look, it already died. Or like this branch right here, I would maybe try to trim this branch off. There's not a lot of chilies, but you can take these green chilies and let them sit, and sometimes they ripen, you know, like a tomato. So that's all you got to do. Just trim it back, you know, be the best judgment of your own. Normal size loofah, extra large size loofah. Dang. In a spot covered with nothing but weeds. Anyway, that's my little sidetrack. These are the normal loofahs that I get. People love these, but that is planted in a spot where there's nothing but weeds. Everywhere. 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 Weeds. Everywhere. Okay? So, but my point is, oh, look at all the oil that the plant is producing. I don't know if you can see that. That little section right there is green leafy right here. But this is all wet looking. It's covered in its own oil. This whole plant. Can you see that shining in the sun? It's covered in its own oil. It's producing like healthy goodness. And so when the aphids come along like that, partially because of season, maybe sometimes because of ants, but mostly because it got too big for its britches. And that is how you know that you need to do something. You're not going to lose the plant. You're going to lose your sanity maybe having to look at the aphids eating your plants. So why not just cut them off? And then you give the branches to the chickens. Because hopefully you can be in a place where you got a couple chickens. And if not, just put them in your mulch pile. Aphids will die. Alright, have a good day, and thank you for watching.